Good morning, good afternoon. I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank Oxnard Media Access Channel for giving us the opportunity, and I want to welcome Ricardo Dominguez, Monique Ramirez with Chicago Title and Escrow. Who do you work for, Ricardo?
Medallion Mortgage. Lorenzo, un placer estar aquí. Ricardo Dominguez. Esperamos poder ayudarles un poquito en lo que es el mundo de bienes raíces.
Yeah, well, I guess we just named our show Real Estate Today here at Castillo Realty, and well, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to try to inform the public about what's going on with real estate. We're going to do it, I guess they said English, Spanish, Spanglish. So hopefully we can bring a lot of information to the public that's listening to us. You know, the real estate market has changed quite a bit, and I think the interest rates have changed quite a bit, and I think regulations have changed quite a bit on today's market. With technology, obviously, we have made a big change, and I want to thank you again for giving us the opportunity. Ricardo, I think we'll start with you. I mean, I think every buyer's dream is to be able to get a loan, because unless they have cash, they need a loan.
Well, Lorenzo, you know, the American dream of homeownership is still very, very much alive. Things have changed, like you said, but I mean, there is possibilities. Interest rates in today's market are optimal. And, you know, all they need is someone to guide them by the hand and achieve that dream of homeownership.
Monique, what are the new things that you have seen in today's market? I know we don't want to talk about years, but we've been in this for a long time.
Yes, we have, and things are always changing. Right now, I believe that it's a perfect opportunity for people that are first-time home buyers. The prices are good. Interest rates have been very low, haven't been rising too much, and you know, we have a lot of motivated people that are willing to help out and make the transaction come through.
Yeah, you know, one thing that comes to mind, and obviously there's a lot of publicity, a lot of media coverage on, you know, how the market has collapsed and the bubble has bursted and all these things that are happening in today's market. And the most important thing that I want to say is, you know, it's always a good time to buy if you're ready and able to buy. I know that a lot of people blame us as realtors, loan officers for what happened in the market. But the reality is that, you know, it's always a good time to buy. And I guess when you're ready to buy, it's the best time. Rates are absolutely as low as they have been in many, many, many years. I've been in this business for a little over 22 years, and I've seen the ups and downs. And, you know, I think the most important thing for everybody is to know where they're at when they're thinking about buying or selling. And the one thing that I can tell you that is really important is to make sure that you know whether you're qualified. And I'm going to ask Ricardo right now. Ricardo, what's the biggest problem that you see today with people wanting to buy a house? I know that people have problems with credit, problems with job losses and all these things. What's the most important thing for people to do when they decide that this is the time that they want to look into buying a house?
Well, Lorenzo, I think the most important thing for them is to get education, to get someone who can orient them and tell them, explain to them the process. Each family, each individual is different, so we need to sit down and look at the situation. You know, yes, they need a minimum FICO score, credit, they need a minimum down payment, they need, you know, certain income, but I can work with them. I mean, the FICO score is something that if you don't have what we need right now, we can work on your accounts, on your collections, and can help you with that and take you up to the FICO score that we need. If for some reason we don't have enough down payment, there's all kinds of possibilities. You know, there's programs out there that will help people with down payment assistance, with grants that they can use for down payment or for closing costs. I mean, there's a variety of programs. All they need is just to get that information from someone. And you're welcome to call me, and we'll sit down and I'll assess you on how to get you from point A to point B.
Ricardo, I heard not too long ago, and I don't know if I got it on an email or somewhere, where they're talking about that these 3% or 3.5% low down payments loans are going to disappear, that somebody out there is trying to make it 20 to 20% down. Is that something that you heard?
Well, they're talking about probably the FHA program. The FHA was established in 1934, right after the Depression, to allow people to get into homeownership with a minimum down payment. I don't think that's going away at all. If anything, the government will do more to help people.
Monique, I know that I said years, but I said I was not going to say that. But I know you have a lot of experience, and we worked together for many years, and both English and Spanish. And I know that we're always trying to educate, like Ricardo said, the public on what's the process when somebody wants to buy or wants to sell a house. Can you tell us a little bit about what's your role in being the escrow, the title
Yes.
portion of it?
Escrow, a lot of people want to know what exactly does escrow do, and I think really escrow is a third party, neutral third party. We are maybe like the depositories of all the documents that are going to be needed for the sale and the purchase of a property. Buyers and sellers want to make sure that the deeds, the money, the important documents are given to somebody that's going to be responsible for those documents. They want to make sure that the property that they're buying has clear title. Who are we giving our money to? So, we are the person in the middle. We're not on the side of the buyer nor on the seller. We are the responsible party that's going to take over all of the money, the important deeds that the seller is going to be signing to transfer title to the new owner. We're going to make sure that the buyer obtains that property free and clear without any problems in the future, and that's one of the reasons for title insurance also.
So you're the neutral party that you do whatever the buyer and the seller agrees on. They think a lot of times that, well, could you do this? Could you do that?
Yeah, and everything we do is agreed upon, by both buyer and seller, and of course the agents.
Okay. Well, like I said at the beginning, I've been in this business for many years, and, I'll tell you something, a little story, because I know that there's a lot of misunderstanding about what we realtors, I'm a real estate broker, and I started in 1991 when the market, a lot of people told me if I was crazy when I was getting into the business because it was a bad market supposedly. I mean, prices have, they were similar to what's going on. A lot of short sales, a lot of people going through foreclosure. And I said, you know what, I didn't know better. I mean, I got into it because of the money. We're supposed to make a lot of money. That's what people think. We do, we make good money. But you know what, in reality, and the reason, and hopefully people could understand that the reason why we're doing this is obviously to inform the public. There's a lot of misunderstandings and a lot of misconceptions about what we real estate agents do, and obviously the lender and the escrow office. We as agents are just the person that helps the buyer and the seller enter into an agreement as far as the sales of the property. The people that determine the price on any property is the appraisers, because the lender is the one who's going to lend most of the money. When somebody's buying a property cash, there's no need for a lender, but there's always a need for a realtor. And a lot of times, people are trying to put us aside. But an escrow company and a title company are needed to make sure that the person who's going to be buying or selling the property is getting the correct title and the correct information. So what I'm trying to say with this is that, obviously the most important thing for the public who's listening to us, and the reason why we're doing this, is to inform you on how to do a purchase or a sale. Some people think it's really difficult to buy a home, especially when it's the first time, because they don't know where to start. And all I can tell you is that you need to find a real estate agent who's willing to help you, to give you the information that you need. Obviously a lot of people that have done this for a while really probably doesn't make sense of what we're talking about, because they know what we're going to say in 30 seconds from now. What we're trying to educate is the people that don't have this kind of experience. People need to look for a realtor to help them find the property or negotiate the price on the property. With today's technology, obviously, people can go into Trulia, Zillow. Now I'm going to give him publicity. Trulia, Zillow, Realtor.com, and all these media places where you can search Google to find a property, and they'll tell you the information about any property. But you need a realtor to help you negotiate and to help you go through the process of finding the right price, getting information on how to submit an offer, how to best get the property that you're looking for. And obviously the lender is somebody who's going to help you on get the best loan for you at the best rate possible. And the escrow officer is going to help you to understand all the paperwork and why so many signatures, why so many questions, why so many papers. And a lot of people don't understand what title insurance is. And that's where Monique comes in to help you with all those things. Thank you. I want to thank Oxnard Media Access Channel again for giving us the opportunity thank you, and hopefully we'll see you or hear us soon.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.